Have you observed that sometimes people do things out of pressure or without defining why? Let me tell you about someone who is quite different. His name is Nimmak. Hello and welcome to Storytime with Aunty Tisa. Today's story is titled Why Nimmak Said No to Trends, a story of purpose over pressure. Nimmak was a curious 11-year-old boy who lived with his family in Ungwangrimi, a neighborhood in Kaduna, Kaduna State, Nigeria. His parents were typical upper lower class Nigerians. His father, a civil servant, loved gardening in the evenings. His mother, a trader, was famous in the community for her warm akara and zobo in the mornings. Although they lived in Kaduna, every Christmas they traveled to their ancestral home in Jos, Plateau State. Nimak loved those trips. He loved the crisp cold mornings when mist covered the hills, the taste of roasted corn by the roadside, and the communal laughter of cousins, uncles, and aunties gathered under wide mango trees. Life in Jos was different, slower, kinder, and deeply rooted in values. But back home, Nimak noticed something around him. Children his age and even adults often did things simply because others were doing them. A friend started wearing his cap backwards because he saw it on social media. Another began speaking with an accent he barely understood. Some joined dance trends not because they enjoyed them, but because they wanted more likes on TikTok. One day, Nimak asked his father, Babana, why do people do things they don't even like? His father chuckled and said, That's a big question, my son. People often do things because others are doing them. But if you don't know why you're doing something, you'll be like a leaf blown by the wind, moving everywhere but never taking root. That evening, Mamana added her own perspective. She told him how she started selling akara years ago, not because it was trendy, but because she noticed neighbors rushing to work without eating breakfast. She wanted to provide something hot, affordable, and filling. That was my why, she explained, to nourish my community. And because I had a strong reason, I've stayed consistent for years. Nimak reflected on this deeply. The next time his friends tried to pressure him into a new online challenge, he asked himself, Do I really want to do this? Why am I doing it? If the answer didn't connect with his values, he simply smiled and walked away. Slowly, his friends began to respect him for being grounded. For learning's sakes, they even started asking him questions like, Nimak, what was your why for doing that? That is how Nimag became known, not just as a boy from Kaduna, but as someone who lived a purpose. He was open to learning while also having a strong sense of value, staying deeply rooted and joyful. So, viewers, before you make your next big or small decision, ask yourself why and clarify it before going ahead. Here are the moral lessons from today's story. Don't do things just because everyone else is doing them. Knowing your why gives your life stability, like a tree with strong roots. Trends fade, but values and purpose last a lifetime. Did you enjoy this story? Ensure you stay tuned by subscribing to this YouTube channel and turning on your notification bell so that you'll be the first to know when the next story drops. Remember to share with everyone you love and stay connected to Plant Path. See you soon. Bye.